Good evening, everyone. This is Abbott Weather, and this is meteorologist Justin Abbott taking a look at a new tornado warning that has just surfaced for our viewing area. I'm going to go ahead and read this out. This is a tornado warning for northwestern Monroe County, southwestern Morgan County, and northeastern Owen until 7:45. A few minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Spencer, 20 miles northwest of Bloomington, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Uh, the area here is some very broad rotation, but it's something that has a history of producing a tornado and did produce a debris signature within the last, I'd say, 20 to 30 minutes. So if we're looking for the rotation, it's going to be, it's not my telestrator. Here it is. It's going to be this little area here just to the northwest of Gosport, and it's moving off. They're saying to the east, but it's really to the east-northeast at around 35 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and take this doodle off. And let's go ahead and put a track on this as it's going to make its way here into Morgan County, which is part of our coverage area. So that's why I have gone ahead and gotten on the air this evening. We're going to move this off, try and maintain the shape or the angle of the polygon. We're going to go out 35 miles an hour. That's going to put it right. Let's move this box over here. All right, that's going to move us into Paragon and Morgan County just in the next less than 15 minutes, right around 7:30. Browns Crossing 7:35, Martinsville just before 7:45, Centerton before 7:50. And then we're going to trek off 2 communities further to the north and east. This does have a history of producing a tornado. It did have a tornado debris signature on it not that long ago. So if you are in these communities, Paragon, Browns Crossing, Martinsville, Centerton, Adams, Brooklyn, Waverly, Bargersville, Greenwood, New Whiteland, and Southport, if you're in these more nearby areas here, Paragon and Martinsville, you want to be in your tornado safe spot. You want to be on the lowest level of your building in an interior room or closet away from doors and windows. Make sure you have something to cover your head. Helmets are great. Pillows, blankets, anything you can use to cover your head and keep yourself safe until this storm passes. Go ahead, let's take that off, and we're gonna just go ahead and zoom in here and take a look at this, see if we can see any more. Yeah, the debris signature has definitely gone away from. You can see was more of a defined debris signature. This is what really got people's attention. And as it moves off here, you can see it's just kind of broadened out into this little area. Now it's almost fully dissipated. So that would indicate that there's a good chance that this is not on the ground anymore, but there are probably still some pretty strong winds associated with this. So even if there's no tornado, you want to go ahead and seek shelter anyway. as this thing marches off to the north and east again at around 35 miles an hour. Go ahead and take a look at the reflectivity. The reflectivity doesn't show anything impressive. And that goes to another point that if you try to go outside and look to see if you can see the tornado yourself, if there is anything, you're probably not going to see anything because it is completely circled here in some fairly heavy rain. So don't try to go out and stand on your porch and see if you can see this. Just go ahead and get into your safe spot and be prepared for when this thing passes. And we've just gotten the warning shrunken down to an even smaller size here. Let's go ahead and see if we can still see. There's just a very, very broad area of rotation here. If there's anything left, that's where it's going to be. It's going to march its way on to the northeast again, 35 miles an hour. So it's coming up here on State Road 67 and make its way into Paragon and then Brown's Crossing before it comes up to Martinsville, which is right in this area, if right up here. Oh, this is not looking nearly as impressive as it had been. So we're just going to hang out, and yeah, it's looking even less impressive. We'll just hang out here for another few minutes and just make sure that this thing doesn't lower again. But I am pretty close to saying that this is going to be the end of it. And while that is going on, we have just gotten another tornado warning that is going to clip the southern part of our viewing area here. So as this one is starting to die out, I'm going to go ahead and shift my attention over to this one because this one has a much clearer defined area of shear on it. So let's go ahead and start tracking this one. We're going to go ahead and do what we normally do. Let's go ahead and start by looking at this tornado warning. It's for northeastern Monroe County, southeastern Morgan, and northwestern Brown County until 7:45. At 7:25, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 7 miles north of Bloomington, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. And it's good to see that they finally are calling it northeast instead of saying that it's east. It's more semantics, but at least makes me feel better. Makes me think I'm not crazy, at least. All right, let's zoom in on this, see what kinds of shear we're dealing with. Uh, we do have a little bit of gate-to-gate shear here. We got some 19-20 mile an hour, so it's not super strong, but it's still uh, some fairly tight rotation, even if it's not a something that's going to be an EF3 or EF4 or whatever. It's still going to be some rotation, still capable of producing damage. Uh, let's see if we can see any. Uh, I don't think there's any. I don't want to say that this is actually a debris signature being kicked up by this. If there's anything that's being kicked up by it, it's gonna be because of this line of uh, severe weather that's possibly developing the tornado, but isn't in. It's just a long line of heavy rain and wind that may have kicked something up. So let's go back and see if we can see the rotation again. And we've got that little area. It's going to be right in there, right where that red and green comes together. And it's going to be moving off to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and put a track on that. So it's going to be right in the middle there, marching off to the northeast at 35. So it's going to hit Morgantown around 7:50, and then we're moving on to Trafalgar right around 8 o'clock, and Franklin a little bit after 8:10. Let's go ahead and take another look at this one up here. This one is still looking like it's giving off some signs that it's trying to hold itself together. It's not doing a very good job of it, and it's left the warning box here. It'll be interesting to see if the Weather Service continues the tornado warning on this or just goes ahead and allows it to expire. But just to the northwest of Paragon here, we're seeing just a little bit of rotation that these storms are desperately clinging to. See here in the next minute or so if they're going to go ahead and extend that tornado warning or if they're just going to go ahead and let that one expire. We've seen, as far as the debris tracker, we're not seeing anything in the debris department, maybe just a little tiny bit with this one down here, but this one appears to have at least lifted off the ground. And there they go with the tornado warning. So they're going to go ahead and extend it, and that's probably just out of abundant caution just because of the rotation that's still showing up. We're looking at right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this tornado warning and see what we've got here. It's a tornado warning for central Morgan County until 8 o'clock. At 7:31, just a minute ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 7 miles west of Martinsville or 17 miles north of Bloomington, moving northeast at 25 miles an hour. So it's starting to slow down a little bit, and it is starting to take a more northward, more northeastward trek here. So, Browns Crossing, Martinsville, you guys look like you are going to probably just slip past this one. You see the warning box just clips the extreme northwest edge of the downtown area of Martinsville, but it's still got some neighborhoods off here to the north and west of it that are still within the warning box. We're going to go ahead and do a track on that. Northeast at 25. And that is going to get it going towards the Indy metro area, but that's an hour from now. So we got plenty of time before we start talking about the southwestern corners of Marion County. So what we need to be on the lookout for right now, Centerton, this is going to be in about a half hour at about 8 o'clock. Brooklyn at 8:05 if it holds together, which it has been doing for a while here. It's been a fighter. We got this area of broad rotation that just does not want to quit. And meanwhile, to the southwest of that, or to the southeast of that, excuse me, we've got another fairly broad area of rotation here. This one's looks like it's got a little more teeth to it. We're gonna see if we get anything to show up on the correlation coefficient. No, not really. This doesn't look like it's anything. So yeah, so this is going to be, again, this is our area of rotation. Again, it's looking pretty broad. We do have a pocket of strong wind off to the west of it that you definitely want to seek shelter from if you are in the affected area. You definitely don't want to be involved with that. Strong wind can pick up any sort of debris, branches, or anything, and that can be dangerous if you are outside and get blindsided by some of these strong winds. Whether or not there's a tornado, you definitely don't want to be involved with the strong wind. All right, I'm going to take my artwork off here. Let's take a look at these wind. So yeah, we're talking wind speeds here, anywhere 45 to almost 60 miles an hour. So we do have, at the very least, we do have this area of strong wind, and that's all moving off to the northeast at 25 to 30. We're going to zoom out and take a look at this. And it's probably slowing down to about 30 right now. So we're going to take a look at this. Morgantown, if it holds together, we're going to catch you guys at just a few minutes before 8 o'clock, right around 7:55. Trafalgar is going to be around 8:07, Princess Lake 8:08, Nineveh 8:10, Franklin 8:20. If we got that far down the line, which hopefully this is not going to hold together that long, but we'll see. Definitely the one over in the western part of Morgan County, that one's definitely been hanging together for a while. So I wouldn't count any of these things out. While they're definitely not like a long track tornado like you'd find out in the plains or anything, they are at least holding their rotation together. Whether or not the rotation is actually making it to the ground or not is a different story, but they are holding rotation together, and they can, if they're not on the ground at the current moment, they can always drop down at any given time. So you definitely want to seek shelter and stay away from that just in case it does drop a tornado at any given moment. Keep an eye on this. This one looks like it is just about done with here. We are seeing still got a bit of a signature for some strong wind, but as far as the rotation goes, uh this is not impressing me very much. This one is definitely catching more of my attention for what that's worth. So we still have an area of some good rotation in this little pocket right there. And whether or not there's a tornado or rotation in there, we've still got some fairly strong winds on either side here. Oh, it's died down a little bit, down to around 30 miles an hour on both sides. It's not as intense as it was, and as you can see, it's definitely starting to really broaden out the rotation. I'm gonna let these go for another couple scans and see what happens with them. Look further back. In Sullivan County, we had many trees and power lines down, multiple vehicles damaged, and houses damaged. That definitely sounds like a possible tornado. The Weather Service will probably be out tomorrow to take a look at that and confirm. And also got a report of a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust in Sullivan. Let's go ahead and take another look at this here. Uh, we still have just a little, and it just went away as soon as I circled it. That's my luck. Oh, we still got, there's a few areas of some gate-to-gate rotation, but most of this is just completely broadened out. So I'm not too excited looking at this one. When I come down here, I'm seeing more of a very broad area of rotation. So we're going to see, as I expected, this tornado warning here is gone. So as far as the tornado threat, we are done with that one, but we still have some strong winds with these thunderstorms. Still some heavy rain that's coming down. So you're not completely out of the woods, but as far as a tornado threat, you are no longer under the threat in western Morgan County. We are just focusing on this little corner of southeastern Morgan County that is still under a tornado warning for the area of very broad rotation. We've got a little tiny bit hanging on there for dear life, and it's just going to move just into the Morgantown area, maybe just to the south of it. If you're in Morgantown, you probably want to go ahead and go through your tornado safety procedures anyway, just to be on the safe side, just in case anything does get produced with this. But I'm losing confidence that this thing is going to hold itself together. And as I say that, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and move us back to our regular ambient loop and thank everybody for watching. And if there's anything else, we will break in and let you know about it.